Hey guys, today we're at Mt Broughton Golf and Country Club, located in the Southern Highlands, about 90 minutes out of Sydney. I am playing the back nine today as the front was really wet. It's my first time playing the course, so we'll see how we go. We're starting off with a 147 metre par 3. I'm taking a 7 iron and it is my first shot of the day. I hit a decent first up shot. It's on the green and it leaves me a long birdie putt. I misread this one a little, but it wasn't a bad first up putt. Had about a 6 footer to start the day with par. Nice start to the round. The 11th is a long 525 metre par 5. I hit a really good drive and find the fairway. With 265 to go, I'm no chance of making the distance, so I'll take a hybrid and just try and knock it down there. I end up topping this shot, but luckily it stays straight and still runs out to probably about 100 metres out. With just over 103 metres to go and the wind behind me, I take a sand wedge. Didn't quite get this one, and it lands in the bunker, but luckily bunkers are GUR today. Here I'm just hitting a little pitching wedge, and I hit it pretty well and leaves me opportunity to save par. Which I hit a good putt, but it just slides by. We'll take a bogey. Now on to our first par 4 of the day. I wasn't quite sure where I was going, but I took the driver anyway. Which I played a little draw, which is unusual for me. Normally I'm either fading it or slicing it. But we're in the fairway, so we won't complain. With just under 150 metres to go and the wind behind me, I take an 8 iron here. I get it on line, but catch it just a tiny bit thin and it rolls off the back of the green. With my putting being the biggest weakness in my game, I have tried to spend a little bit more time on the green, especially trying to read the putts. And if anyone has any suggestions on books or videos to watch to help with my putting, please leave the suggestions in the comments below. I was actually pretty happy with this putt. It just left me a short putt to knock in for par. On to another par 4, which has a pretty wide and generous fairway, so I'll take the driver. I hit this one a tiny bit left of where I was aiming, but pretty good result. With 135 metres to go and the wind behind me, I take a pitching wedge and just try to aim left of the green. And we're on target and it gives me a birdie opportunity. I lead myself with a downhill putt, sloping left to right. Pretty good putt, just didn't give it enough oomph to get there. I knock it in for another par, which leaves me 1 over through 4 holes, and that's a really good start for me. Now onto the par 4 14th, which has trouble down the right hand side with out of bounds, which sends me to hit it a little bit left again of where I was aiming, but again, we're in the fairway. The wind is now coming back against us, so I'll take a 7 iron with 152 to go. I make really good contact and hit a nice shot, but I probably needed half a club more as I've come up just a little short. This was a little bit of a tricky putt off the fringe. It broke right to start with, and then getting closer to the pin, it started breaking back to the left. And I got the line pretty good, but not the power, and as you can see, I'm trying to use my Jedi forces to slow down the ball. And unfortunately, I hit a bad putt for par, but I tap in for bogey. Now onto the second par 5 of the back 9. Down the right hand side was out of bounds. Down the left, I wasn't actually quite sure what was there past the tree. I pulled the drive and it went further left than I was expecting, but I thought I was going to be safe. I was wrong and I had to take a drop. Now playing my third out of this heavy rough, I just take an 8 iron and try and find the fairway. A little more draw than I was expecting, but we just managed to stay in the fairway. With about 140 to go and the wind coming into us, I take an 8 iron. Made really good contact with this one, but again, I was a club short. I probably should have hit a 7 iron. From off the green, I take a putter with a big putt. I'm just trying to lag it up there somewhere close. I leave it a little bit short, but I'm pretty happy with that from that distance. Have a little right to left slider here to save bogey, and it just slides by. We move on with double bogey. Now onto the par 3 173 metre 16th. Has bunkers protecting the green right and left. I'm taking a 6 iron with a little bit of wind behind me. I pull it a little bit to the left, but the Jedi Force pushing it back to the right didn't work again. Luckily I cleared the bunker though, and it left me with the chip. I hit a nice lob wedge shot. It gets a pretty good distance, just a little bit to the left. Didn't quite give the putt enough power, but it leaves me a tap in for another bogey. Now onto the second last hole of the course, a short par 4 measuring in at 329 metres today. Pretty generous fairway, but there is out of bounds down the right. And I hit a big slice and send my ball OB. Now playing my third from the tee. I hit another one which goes a little bit right, but it stays in play. With 108 metres left to the pin and the ball sitting down a little in the rough, I take a pitching wedge. Which I hit poorly and it ends up short and right. I left myself a really tricky shot, having to hit over the bunker and the green running away from me. I hit it a tiny bit too hard, but it was a pretty good result from where I was. Now a long putt, slightly uphill to save the double bogey. I hit an okay pace, but my line was off. At least we knock in that one and take triple bogey. We finish off with a short par 4 measuring in at 299 metres. And we get the driver back on track and find the fairway. I pull out the lob wedge with 72 metres to go. Contact wasn't great and it pulls up just a little short. Leaves me just off the green with an uphill putt. Which I don't hit, and it still leaves me a decent putt for par. This time I decide to do the opposite and send it sailing past the hole. Then I leave it short again, and we finally tap in for double bogey. Had a really good start to the round, but couldn't keep together, and had a poor finish to shoot 10 over. And for those who made it this far, thanks for watching.